Aquarius, it seems like there are quite a few people that are kind of dealing with this now. You know, there are different situations going on with different signs, but there's this really like big need to really take into consideration what they are wanting to have happen with the relationship. And I don't think that this is going a separate way. It's like this person really needs to do some deep soul searching on this new beginning because they have an opportunity with you. Now, they may be coming from a place though where it's, you know, they've considered everything here and they may be offering the Ace of Cups. But, you know, we'll clarify and see what's going on here. But with the Sun, we're looking at a really good situation here. New life, new energy being brought into this relationship, right? Seeing things clearly, but feeling good about it. So you're coming into this with the Six of Cups. This could, you know, indicate the history that you have with this person. You may be looking back at the past emotions that you have had, but they look at it as things didn't go anywhere, things ended really badly with you, that or they're dealing with their own painful ending. And because of that, there may be past emotions coming up for you. And I say that because you lead into you with the Star, where there's hope in this, you know, and the Star and the Sun, I mean, technically the Sun is a star, right? And I don't think it's about healing issues from the past. I really think that this is something different. This is something different. Now, for some of you, yeah, that could be the case, right? Like, you know, there are some past things that need to be healed here because it may have created a really painful ending. And maybe this person is stuck on the fact that things ended badly with you. Or you're having hope because you're seeing now that there is an opportunity here with someone. But they're coming out of something really painful. Really, really painful. But it causes you to go back to the past and past emotions, which creates hope. For them, when they look at the relationship with you, they're seeing things very clearly, yes. You know, this may make them feel really good. They may have hope in this situation, but they're going to have to make a choice here. You know, is this a path that they want to follow? Now, they may not be ready to like fully act on the relationship just yet. They may be, you know, considering what they're going to do. But when they communicate to you, it causes anxiety for you and fear. Like, wait a minute, I don't want to deal with somebody who's just playing around with my head and my heart. Because I kind of look at the Page of Wands as like, you know, they're communicating to you, you know, possibly seeing where this relationship is going to go. You know, it's fun, it's lighthearted, it's really good communication. But for you, there may be some fears and anxieties with the way that this person is acting. You know, because if you have hope in this, the hope is that, you know, this is going to be something that is real, right? Like, you know, we don't want to play around with where this is going, you know, but it's interesting to me looking at the Nine of Swords. You know, what is it that this person says that puts you in a place of, I don't know if I want to do this? Now, you just may be having fears and anxieties because this person isn't in a place to, you know, really make a choice yet on how to move forward with the relationship. And for you, it's like, you know, I don't want to go back to that. You know, I don't want to go back to that. But yet you have the Ace of Cups. Now, with the Eight of Pentacles, we are talking about needing to put in a lot of effort here. But with the Sun being there, this is a good situation for some of you. I just don't think, because of this person coming in with the Ten of Swords, right? This could be literally you getting involved with somebody who just went through a really painful breakup. Doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you, right? For some of you, yeah, it could be somebody that, you know, you've broken up with before and it was a really difficult ending. But for whatever reason, the past is coming back. They're coming back. There's hope. You know, there is some planning here with the Two of Wands, but it's really about them to make a choice to act. And if they don't do that, you know, does it cause this like anxiety for you? But I don't know. I get the feeling that this is something new. I think that you may have had feelings for this person before, but it's like now there is like openness with them. It's, you know, I have hope that maybe this can go somewhere, right? And then the Knight of Cups, and this may be this person facing their fears and coming to you and offering this Ace of Cups, right? And for you, you're already open to it. You may be putting yourself in front of this person wanting to grab their attention, but they may be afraid to take that path with you because they don't want to be disappointed. But you're like, hey, everything's all right, right? It's not that big of a deal, you know? And I do think that this is this person, because the way that they come into this is like, the reason why they're needing to give themselves a timeout to really think about this, because it's going to take a lot of effort, is because there may be some feelings that were lost before, and it is about regaining those emotions, right? And with you, you're being straight up and honest. It is a new beginning. But it's almost like, I feel like what you're communicating to this person is look, you can trust me. And here, you know, you're like, I'm right here. Like, I'm right here, right? Like, have a little bit of faith. You know, you can overcome this. You can overcome your fears, whatever. Take as much time as you need. That's what I feel like Aquarius is saying here. And lo and behold, here they come, right? They're getting out of confusion. They're getting out of confusion in terms of what they want, where they feel like they're headed. If this is the right path with you, you know, feeling better about this direction that they're taking. You know, because I always look at this moon as we've been in a place where we weren't facing things that we needed to, either about ourselves, our relationships, the way that we feel. But this is, you know, coming out of the dark here and facing those fears. And then you have the offer coming through. You know, I'm not really seeing the Knight of Cups as a bad thing here, right? Because they may have been confused before, but this is like, I'm getting clear now on where I want to go with this. It's going to take a lot of work, yeah. You know, especially if you've had that painful breakup before, but you are moving forward with this. And then the Eight of Wands, interesting. All right. How is this true love, though? How is this the romance of a lifetime? All right. So I do think that this is a new person. With the Nine of Swords, typically it shows like getting back together, or, you know, trying at a relationship again. And it may be that you're just like acquaintances with the Knight of Pentacles. But this is really about, you know, well, thanks for the offer, but I really don't need it. Right? So it's like, I almost see the two of you like talking to each other, getting to know each other, but, you know, we're not really moving forward with a relationship. But this may be somebody that's coming back through, you know, and the flirting may kick up again here. But somebody is emotionally detached with the King of Swords. I don't like him. That, or they're just not capable of giving emotional support. Now, there may be some, you know, again, like there's these fears and anxieties about getting involved with a person here who is not showing, you know, these emotions, right? It's like, am I doing the right thing here by getting involved with this person if there aren't any feelings there, you know? But the thing is with the Seven of Cups, we're talking about fantasizing about how good a relationship could be. And with the Eight of Wands, the thing is that you enjoy your time with this person. This is savoring every moment. So the Queen of Pentacles makes sense to me, because the reason why you may not have wanted to get involved with this person is because, you know, it's you feeling like you can satisfy yourself. There is nothing that this person can give you that is going to satisfy you. You're capable of taking care of yourself, right? There's the flirting and there's the talking, but you may not feel like this person is capable of, you know, providing you anything. Now, the thing is you're still connecting with this person, but we're detaching from emotions. With the Lovers, that could be because you're dealing with a person here who may have, you know, other people, another person that they're considering, right? I mean, it's just dealing with somebody here who can't get emotionally involved because there may be, you know, somebody else that they're still focused on, or that could be you. But the thing is you're still connecting with this person, but it's always in the back of your mind, which is, you know, preventing the emotions from being shown here. But then you have the King of Cups coming out where, oh, there's some feelings. There are some feelings there. And this is either you or the other person, but somebody's catching some emotions. And they're really enjoying the time. But we're not realizing how good this could be. And that's because there are still other people involved. You know, you may be looking at this person like they're just a temptation to you. You know, but I'm not looking at the Empress here. I'm looking at 3 people involved with the Lovers. You know, this may be somebody who's got to take care of, you know, another relationship, or it's you. But somebody is definitely catching some feelings here. You know, but with the Eight of Swords, it's like I'm not comfortable moving forward with this. And I can't express the way that I feel, but I'm going to savor every moment that I have with you. And I'll fantasize about how good things could be, but, you know, and it's sad because it is the romance of a lifetime. Right? Okay. Oh, this one feels a little bit iffy. Now, clearly this is not going to be everybody's situation, but wow. Wow. So, the Fool. This is about taking a new path in your love life. But the only reason why this new path is coming up is because somebody has been keeping their eye on you or you them and their relationship. We may be dealing with a person here who is coming through, who is wanting to take a new path in their love life, and you see it or you notice it, or it's the other way around. You may be in this kind of phase where, you know, you are currently in a relationship, but you're wanting a new path. And somebody is watching this with the Five of Wands. It's like they see what's going on with your relationship. Now, with the High Priestess and the Three of Cups, oh boy. Secret affair, maybe. And I'm just being honest looking at this. Because with the High Priestess, we're keeping some things to ourselves here, but what's going on or what's being kept secret is the Three of Cups. Ooh boy, you are having a connection with a person here who is making everything better. Or at least that's what it appears to be, right? And then you move into the Nine of Pentacles, where this, again, the Nine of Pentacles a lot of times will show that you're having a relationship with a person where they don't want to talk about it, or they're not wanting to define the relationship. You do things together, but we're not telling people that we're together, right? But this is like, I'll take what I can get, and there is an attachment that's being formed there. Now, that's either you or the other person. But this is like, we are connected now. And there is no denying that. And it's because of that with Temperance that things are slowly starting to build up here. So you're in a place where you're not really ready to say that you're moving on to another relationship, but eventually it's going to get there. But this is, this is secret love coming through. You know, and the thing is right, like I always say, shit happens and it happens for a reason. But what you're doing essentially here is calling in a soulmate. And it is a new person that's going to be stirring things up for you, definitely. I don't think that this has anything to do with your partner. I think that whoever Aquarius is with, and again, it's a general message, it's only going to be for some of you, but I'm telling you, for those of you who are in a relationship where you're not happy, and right, it would make sense. If you're not happy and you're wanting to take a new path, this is a secret connection. I'm telling you. And I feel like I'm a fucking whistleblower here, like I should shut the hell up. The Sun. You are taking a new path in your love life. And with the Sun, this connection with this person feels really, really good. But they've been watching what's going on. That's you. Watching the other person, right? And wanting to take a new path here. But something about this feels really, really good with the Sun shining on this. Unfortunately, with the Four of Cups, we stay caught up in a pattern or a routine. You know, it is like falling into this kind of routine where love is being lost. But the thing is if that's the case and you're in a relationship, there's somebody else secretly healing that for you. And then you move into this, well, where we're keeping it secret, we're not calling it a relationship, but things are building, and they're building to the Ace of Pentacles, where this could be the opportunity of something very realistic and long-lasting.